Well, hello everyone. We're back from the desert. Yes, it's only been a few days. Heck, this time last week we were probably out there still running. If you've gotten this far in reading the life lesson that we learned from this year's Badwater, the power of plan, it's time to summarize what you've read. If you haven't, or if you're seeing this on YouTube, please go to our homepage and read the blog, the race reflection, the life lesson, the power of plan, because this year was my 5th attempt at finishing the Badwater 135-mile ultramarathon. I want to thank everybody who stuck with us during the progress and process of the race, because we tried to keep you up to date. But obviously we are not in the desert. We are back in South Florida, and we had one heck of a memorable experience. The power of plan. What does that mean? We took the time to put together a very well thought out race plan. I want you to think about that as your own life's business plan. And that plan consisted of historical research based upon what I had done in Badwater in the previous years, as well as I wanted to do a little bit better than what we had done in the past. And so putting this plan together, sharing it with the crew. Listen, the most important thing about a plan, a business plan, is there are going to be times when you think that its success, the implementation of the plan, looks like it's not going to take place, that it's possibly going to result in a failure. And here we had a plan that we put into place that had very distinct milestones that we had to attain. And when you combine all the variables, the heat, we had this wind that was blasting us in the face as we were going up this 18-mile climb. I had some pretty significant gastric issues for about 30 miles. The fact that I have gotten older since my previous best, that I got my personal record back in 2006, these things were working against us and working against the mind, but the important thing was sticking to the plan. So go back and reread how well we executed. Now, to execute a plan, you've got to put somebody in charge of efficiency, making sure that these milestones are hit, but hit in an efficient way, because look, I only have a limited supply of energy to burn out there in the desert. And look how well we did with the efficiency of the execution of the plan. Also, somebody in charge with the enforcement of the rules associated with the plan. And last, build in flexibility. We had to have flexibility because, again, the conditions were going to cause for this plan to vary or waver. But in the end, as you'll see from above, based upon the power of plan and the execution of that plan, we as a team were able to knock off nearly 3 hours, not 30 minutes or 3 minutes, but 3 hours off a time I had set 4 years ago when I was 4 years younger. Many times when we undertake something, we think there's no way we're going to better our previous best because our better days are behind us. I got to admit, I thought that myself as I'm getting a little older, but boy, oh boy, I will never ever discount the power of plan again. It has me, as I got back here to work on the things that we were working on before I left, it got me rejuvenated, re-excited to come up with smart plans and to stick with them and to see them to fruition. That's the message. That's the life lesson this time. The power, the significant power of plan. And for those of you who supported our run through a donation to the Caring House Project Foundation, I want to thank you sincerely. You provided 1,350 meals. If anybody hasn't donated, listen, we did what we said we were going to do. We went out there, we finished the race in 40 hours and 20 minutes, suffering a little for those who are suffering a lot involuntarily in Haiti. So if you haven't made a donation, you can click right here or somewhere back on the blog and do so. But thanks for all your support, thanks for all your prayers, and thanks for helping get us to the finish line in record time through the execution of the power of plan.